Hey Aries, it's your turn for your love reading um, in July 2019. I already had the cards out here because when I was starting to work on your reading, in the process of doing it, the phone turned off. So I don't know what that's about. But let's go over here and read the cards. Basically, what you're going through within the relationship. You have the Four of Swords in reverse. They have the King of Swords in reverse. And then you have within the relationship what you're going through internally is the Three of Swords in reverse. And they have what they're going through internally is the Wheel of Fortune. Alright, kind of what I already know about what's going on is I feel like you could be dealing with an air sign, either Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. It's more of air, like Libra, Aquarius. I feel more Aquarius. I feel like you've gone through a lot of tension in this relationship, a lot of painful experience. I feel like because it's like there's so many swords here, so many thoughts about how you view this person. So I feel like you're going through a transition of trying to heal from this, trying to overcome these thoughts, these emotions. I think some of you put you down mentally, emotionally, physically, and you could have been having some health issues because of it, or just in the mind. There's a battle going on. I feel like now for them to have the King of Swords, I feel like they're not talking with you, they're not communicating with you, they're kind of distant, they're kind of to themselves. I feel like usually swords have to do about thoughts, but in this way it has to do with speaking your truth. So I feel like they don't want to start conflicts with you, they don't want to communicate their true feelings, because it's just not a good feeling to me, especially with the heartbreak being under here. I feel like this is past energy that you're feeling, past heartbreak. It could have been, maybe you were in a marriage, maybe you were in a relationship that broke up, or caused a lot of painful experience by a third-party situation, but not necessarily. It's just the energy I'm feeling. And so they're moving on. They have moved on, I feel like, or they're still trying to process it. But I feel like they're going through a new cycle in their life. Maybe they're in a new relationship with someone else. But for the most part, you're trying to get over this. I feel like you're trying to heal from whatever got you so up in your head and so up in your emotions, mainly your thoughts. So over here, I feel like with the Lover's card, because there's different signs it's showing. Gemini. It could be another Aries sign or fire sign, Capricorn, Scorpio. But anyways, I was just going to read mainly the energy. I feel like with this Lover card, it's saying, this person, it could have been a codependency relationship. That's the first thing I got off from this card. But in reverse, there's no balance to this relationship. It could have been in the past, but it's more about, the energy. I just feel like this could have been either a twin flame dynamic or a soulmate connection that was very knitted and bonded. But I feel like more of codependency on each other in the relationship. Now with the Fool here in reverse, there's no new beginnings, no new start, especially with these two cards, the King of Wands and the Page of Wands. So there's no forward movement. But I feel like with the King of Wands here, this person's looking at this person. They're looking for someone who can take them on an adventure, or you can take someone on an adventure, I'm feeling too. It's not quite necessary, but I just feel like there's no forward movement in this relationship, even though maybe you wanted a new beginning, or they wanted a new beginning, or there's just no working out, there's no forward movement. I feel like with the World card here, it's saying that Nothing was changing in the relationship. Nothing was going. And I think it has to do with the devil energy. Capricorn, like I said. I feel like it was codependency that was toxic. Maybe the behaviors became verbal abuse in some way. But for whatever, it got really nasty, I'm feeling. And there was no victory within it, especially when you have the world card right next to the devil and then victory. So I'm just feeling there is no victory in this relationship. And so someone moved on with someone, maybe, possibly. Or they're just letting go of this relationship. So I really feel like this is more about past tense. This is what you've experienced. And the Tower is here. So I feel like the Tower is here to show us or shake up things within the relationship. So, there's two people here. So two people got woken up about something in the relationship. Could have been a Scorpio. But like I said, it's the energy I'm feeling. Things got shooken up. Things got, unraveled in the foundation of the relationship to bring in this. The Three of Cups, and it's in reverse. So it's more about an inner struggle of learning what is your value, especially when it comes to friends, family, celebration. So I feel like for the most part, this is about balance too, but in the reverse, no balance. So there is no balance in the situation, but I feel like in some way it brought in the balance you needed. And then Seven of Cups. So you were all in your head about this situation, about this connection for a while, I feel like. But I feel like you've been getting over it. Whether it was a friendship, whether it was someone you were bonded to, very close and intimate. And then Seven of Wands. So you're not moving forward with them. I feel like, all the things, the devil energy here, the Tower here. No new beginnings, no new starts, and I feel like this person, has brought you into this place of transformation more than anything, especially the Tower being there, and I think it's time to work on you and to reflect on, the past is easy. It's easy to get into the past. It's easy to reflect on the past. I think for more so, it's about reflecting and using the past as reference points. So it helps us move on. And I feel like for some of you, you've been in isolation. This could have been, the past energy. It got you isolated. It made you really heal. I think in some cases it's good to be isolated, but don't stay there. And I think that's what it did. It made you isolated from the world and made you I feel like for some of you, it blocked you. It made you not trust people so much. But I feel like for the most part, it's a learning experience. That sometimes we get into these strong-knit relationships that at the first moment it's good, but then in the turns, it becomes toxic. And I think that's what happened in this situation, in this relationship, is it became very toxic and codependent when it was a beginning, Maybe it was a newfound love and then it only lasted so long, or lasted a few years. And I just feel like, you're learning yourself again and self-reflecting on the past and what didn't work. But I just feel like it's not good to just stay there. So if you do feel like you need to reflect on the past, but try to move on from it, because I feel like that may have been the heartbreak. You're still heartbroken possibly about it, but I feel like ultimately you're moving away from it. And so is this other person, whoever that may be. Anyways, I hope that resonates with one of you. Bye-bye.